Hi friends, I have a message today for Pisces, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. I'm not entirely sure just yet what this message is going to be about, but I will be leaving some keywords up here on the screen for you in case anyone is needing a little bit of confirmation on whether or not they should tune into this read. Nonetheless, remember to only take what resonates with you and what you feel is for you. If anything that gets said doesn't make sense today, it's more than likely just not a message for you and just a message for one of these other signs that are here today. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I went ahead and shuffled off camera just to save some time, but we have the Two of Wands. We also have the Hierophant, Major Arcana, as well as the Seven of Cups. Right off the bat with the Two of Wands, I can tell you we're getting some of the same energy that we just got with another video that I posted the other day. It was a three pile reading all about career and life advice. If you missed that and you want to check it out, it's on my TikTok page. But Two of Wands is all about making decisions. In other words, it's you asking yourself, am I satisfied with where I'm at right now? And with what I know, with the tools I have, with where my life is at? Or do I feel like it's time to move forward? Do I feel like it's time to take a risk of some kind? We do have Seven of Cups here. So for all of the signs that are here today that this reading is for, it's going to look a little bit different for you, right? But ultimately, Seven of Cups is about having a lot of options. So maybe there is a lot of options around you right now. Maybe for some of you, it's, revolving moving. Maybe it's things relating to career. Maybe it's more about spiritual growth or things having to do with self, moving on, parting ways from past situations, past people, circumstances. But Cups energy is all things heart, emotions, compassion. So no matter what this looks like for you, this is definitely something that's been like sitting and weighing on your heart for quite some time. And I feel like you finally have gotten to a point where you're like, you know what? If a change is going to happen, it's going to happen because of me, or it needs to be something that first comes from me. I need to be the one to take the first steps. So there's some acknowledgement when doing that. I do want to say there's a little bit of like Libra coming through as well, that I'm sensing with like the Hierophant. So a lot of you at this time are being called to look inward a little bit. I feel like you need some time alone with self. Another reason why the Seven of Cups could be here could be for those of you who maybe have been talking to other people or too many people, or asking for lots of different advice when it comes to whatever this decision is that you're wanting to make, or this transition, whatever it is you're moving towards. And we need to be a little careful with doing that, because sometimes when we have too many people in our ear giving us too many different, whether it's opinions, ideas, perspectives, it gets a lot harder for us to listen to ourselves and our own intuition, our own insight, and what we feel is right for us moving forward. I am going to pull some clarifiers, confirm the Two of Wands, clarify Two of Wands for the collective. Look at that. We have the Temperance. Confirm the Hierophant. We have a Knight of Wands. Confirm the Seven of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We also have the Three of Pentacles that fell as well. We will take both of them. So for some of you signs that are here today, this does look like choosing between two people, or choosing something revolving a relationship dynamic. This could be feeling a little bit uncertain of whether or not you should give someone else a second chance. Whoever this person is in your life, they are in a Knight of Wands energy. They could be fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, can be significant of who this person is. This person is someone who moves very fast. They could also be someone who's very flighty. When we think of a Knight of Wands, we think of someone who's kind of like a player in a sense. Maybe they were a player in a past life and maybe now they're trying to change to this King of Wands. But I feel like with the Temperance being here, the Hierophant, you're kind of weighing out, things. You're kind of trying to see things through. You're trying to see if this person is going to meet up to your expectations before moving forward, before making a final decision. And this is, again, for those of you who are relating to this being more of a relationship dynamic, trying to decide what to do with that. There could have also been some third-party interferences with the Three of Pentacles involved in this specific love situation. Take it as it resonates. Now, going back for others of you where this is a little bit more of like a feeling inspired to change up energy in your life or move towards something in terms of like a career, a goal, or a dream, a project, you know, for those of you that relate to that. I feel like there is going to be a small period of stagnation, but this is something that is needed. Having a little bit of a pause or even hermit moment is going to be what you need in order to quiet down the outside noise that we were talking about, the Seven of Cups. It's also going to give you the chance to kind of like self-reflect on decisions, choices, things that you've gone through and that you've learned from in the past, and putting that to work now in the present time. So it's like you using those tokens of wisdom that you learned and applying it right now for this important Two of Wands decision that you want to make moving forward. I really do feel like in terms of like career, this could also look like some of you leveling up or wanting to move up, maybe even possibly ask for a raise in your current job right now, or even switch up to an entirely different whole new career that's really, really outside of your comfort zone, which is why we have the Knight of Wands as well, if this is like talking about you. This is you, you know, feeling ready to, I want to step up regardless of what sex you are. I want to move from the Knight to the King. You know, when we think about pages, knights, kings, and queens, the king and the queen is always considered the master level, the highest level that you can reach. So this is you with the knight, you know, doing what you have to do to move forward and making the right decisions to make progress to get to this type of higher level, you know, type of energy here, where you're making money moves, you're making decisions that are logical, making decisions that fall under the umbrella of what you are passionate about. And I feel like once you follow your passion, everything else sort of underneath it just follows. It's like having a positive ripple effect, which is always really good. Let's go ahead and put this away and grab some advice. Let's shuffle out the cards. What is the advice? We have faith. So you're being called to have faith in this. Have faith in yourself. Expansion, confirmation with that Pentacles, Three of Pentacles card. I'm telling you, this is giving an energy of like leveling up somewhere, somehow. Also, for those of you that were resonating with this being more of like a relationship dynamic, I feel like it could have to do with you leveling up in a sense of like leaving a flame behind in order to expand, which can be very difficult if you're not like ready to do this. You're not ready to leave a connection. But I feel like often at times what's like the hardest thing to do is 99.9% of the time the thing that we're being called to do the most. You know, moving through the pain, going through the pain, the challenges, and coming out a lot stronger. Faith sustains manifestation even when there's no visible evidence. Keep believing. Strengthen your faith by affirming that everything is working out in your favor. So fear of failure may be creeping in. Recommit to trusting in the divine timing process of things. Your world is growing. Be open to new experiences and possibilities beyond your comfort zone. Say yes to a new opportunity today. Growth happens when you embrace the unknown. We were talking about this, making this decision with the Two of Wands, right? Not knowing where it's leading to, but knowing that right now is the time to take risk. Because if not, if no movement of any kind is made, you're just going to stay stuck, stay stagnant. Fear or limiting beliefs may be preventing your expansion. Break free from comfort zones. I feel like for a lot of you, this is you getting in your head, getting in your own way. Your life is unfolding according to a greater plan. Trust in the divine timing of your journey. Embrace the unknown and align yourself with your highest path. Everything is happening for a reason. We have another card talking about like the unknown, right? With future, not knowing what's in the future, but taking that leap anyways. You may be resisting your fate. Let go of control and trust that the universe is leading you exactly where you need to be. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here with you. If you feel like you need to claim, or if anything resonated, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I am sending you lots of love and light and everything nice. Bye.